Well, hello, Mount Calvary Church family and all of our Facebook friends. This is Pastor Frank Rice. Here in just a few moments, we have a video that we were able to prepare a few days earlier with the anticipation of church opening up. And we are excited to announce that this coming Sunday, May 24th, we will have what we're calling Back to Church Sunday here at Mount Calvary Free Will Baptist Church. We recognize it's going to look and be a little bit different as we enter into phase one of returning to church. And I have a video that we're about to see here in just a moment that will tell you a little bit about what that first Sunday is going to look like. But we do have some updated information that is not in that video, and that is the times of our services. At 9 a.m. next Sunday, we will have a church service for those who are 65 and older, or perhaps have a compromised immune system. And then we will have at 11 o'clock a service for those who are under the age of 65. The purpose of our 9 a.m. service for those who are 65 and older is to try to protect those who are the most vulnerable with this coronavirus. And so this allows us to bring you into the sanctuary first before anyone that's in here. We'll have in the video how we're going to bring folks in, how the service is going to look like, and then how we can dismiss you before the next group comes in at the 11 o'clock hour. I do ask for everyone's patience in these days. I realize all of us are having to make some changes from the way that we normally come to church. And so I ask for your patience, your understanding as we're working hard to accomplish two things as we come back. To do our best to keep everyone safe, and also to be able to secure a great testimony in the community that churches are about taking care of the health of the people that attend, so that the state doesn't get shut down once again and the churches are to blame with it. So at this time, we have a video that's going to tell you what church is going to look like. I look forward to seeing you Sunday at 9 a.m. at Mount Calvary Free Will Baptist Church on Back to Church Sunday. God bless you. Well, hello, Mount Calvary Church family. This is Pastor Frank Rice. As I'm making this video, I'm making it with the anticipation that all of us have, looking forward to that day when we're on some level, some number, going to be able to meet back in church together again inside this building to be able to worship the Lord. And we understand that as we go back to church, in the early stages of going back, there is going to be a little bit of a transition time. I want to go back and have spirit-filled services, but I want folks as they come back to be able to feel like that they're safe, that we are being wise so that we're not being negligent about the health of those who attend our church services. And so there's several things that we're going to try to do for your safety so that we can have smart services, safe services, but also spirit-filled services where we feel like that we're at church again. And so here's the doors. When you come back to church on that very first Sunday, right now we're unsure what the number may be that the governor may lay out for us, or a percentage of what it will be. But these are some things that we know that we are going to try to implement as we would walk in the door of the church service. As soon as you arrive, you're going to find some ushers that'll be at the back that will be wearing some of these. Again, we want to do this for safety purposes, for protecting them, protecting you as we try to take this seriously. In addition to that, as soon as you come in, there will be a hand sanitizer station. If you want to squirt some hand sanitizer on your hands as you walk in, we want to make that available to you. Then what will happen is our ushers will walk you right on into the church. You'll notice as we walk in, you'll see that every other pew here in the auditorium is going to be closed. We're doing that so that we can kind of create some social distancing to protect folks. And what we'll do is on the pews that are open, we're going to start at the very front of the auditorium, seating people and seating them from the front to the back. And when we get to the second pew of the auditorium and begin seating, we're going to do it one of a couple different ways. One option will be, if there's a family, let's say 3 or 4 or 5 people, we'll just give that family the entire pew. However, if it's just 1 or 2 people, we'll put 1 or 2 people on one side of the pew, and then 1 or 2 people on the other side of the pew. And we'll start there, and then we'll go over here, and then we'll just kind of slide back and kind of fill in the church from the front to the back. Now, whatever that number may be, we'll just pretend that that number is 50. When we reach that number between our sound room staff, our platform staff, and those who are in here, then we will make our way over to the gymnasium. And if that number is 50, then we'll be able to have the social distancing and the gray chairs, be able to put 50 or whatever that number is in the gymnasium for the church service. And they'll be able to watch the church service up on the big screen that we have in the gymnasium. Now, for those who are 65 and older, we want to protect you. I was reading just today that 85% of folks who have passed away in North Carolina from COVID-19 were 65 and above. We understand that there's a big percentage, about 60% of folks who are in rest home or assisted living. But also there are folks who are 65 and older who are living at home who are passing away. They are the most vulnerable. And so in these days, we're going to ask those who are 65 and older not to come in the building for the 11 o'clock service. We're looking at some options. It may be a 9 o'clock service just for our 65 and above, where they can be protected not to mingle with perhaps some of the rest that are here. There's also the fact that our services will be on the FM transmitter. If they want to drive in at 11 and be able to be on property and be in their vehicle and listen from their car, they can do so. And of course, we're continuing to have our services on Facebook Live. It's our goal, Lord willing, within about 4 to 6 weeks, for every age group to be able to meet in church together, whether it's in one service or perhaps multiple services. Again, we're trying to be smart, we're trying to be safe, and we want to have spirit-filled services. So I ask for your prayers in these days, for God's wisdom, for God's guidance as we work through this, because none of us in our lifetime have ever faced it. And so again, thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your faithfulness in these days. And when we get to the end of a service, by the way, we'll have some folks who actually usher us on out. So we'll kind of dismiss like a wedding, a couple rows at a time, so folks don't have to be congregated together and bundled up and things like that, and to be able to head out of the church service. When you do, you have a hand sanitizer you can get a squirt of, and there'll also be a pedestal like we have for the drive-in church. They'll have a box where you can drop your Sunday tithes and offerings in. And so just wanted to give a little bit of an information video of kind of what church will look like as we begin to phase back in from online service to drive-in services that we're having now to what church will be like in the early days as we come back together again. Thank you again for who you are. We love you, we miss you, and let's all pray towards the end that we can be back together real soon. God bless you, and thank you for watching this video. Again, I hope that our video that we shared a moment ago will be a help to all of us as we get used to some new ways to do some things for a little while as we come back. Let me say this to you. For those who are watching this video, if you still are at a place where you're uncertain about venturing outdoors or being back in the church auditorium, again, we will continue to have our services on Facebook Live Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, and this coming week, again, this is a Sunday morning only service, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. The 11 a.m. service will be on Facebook Live, and then we'll have a 5 p.m. on Facebook Live and a Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And so again, those who are still at home, we still have Facebook Live for you, but again, I hope this video gives all of us some instructions as we head back to church together. Again, I'll see you Sunday. God bless you.